Hey, Coyote Nation, happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you're having a great week after the 4th of July. Hopefully you're tuning in to 107.9 The Coyote for the best music and the best sports and the best shows. And hey, there's a reason why the Coyote is the #1 radio station in the Lake of the Ozarks, right? So anyway, obviously I do not have Rounder with me today. Usually the Roundman joins me on Tuesdays, and we talk about his beloved Cardinals and his banjos and things like this. But you know what? The Roundman got called out on assignment today with KC. Apparently, they're doing something super secret at Fort Leonard Wood. How about that? I heard bits and pieces of the conversation last night after the show, and they were pretty excited about doing a bunch of things down there at Fort Leonard Wood. They've got a lot of friends down there. So I'm guessing they're going to talk about that on the show today. Casey and the Roundman show 3 to 6 in the afternoon. Best show in the Ozarks, of course. Whole lot of laughter, whole lot of fun. But I'm looking forward to those stories, seeing what they were up to at Fort Leonard Wood today. So anyway, the Roundman should be back with us next Tuesday, and I'm sure he'll have plenty to say about his beloved St. Louis Cardinals. Speaking of the Cardinals, we're into the Midsummer Classic, right? Which means All-Star break time. All-Star game goes tonight. This is the first time in 12 years, I think, the Cardinals have only had one All-Star make the team, and he wasn't even voted on, by the fans or a pitcher that is put in, by the managers. Major League Baseball had to put both the Cardinals player and the Royals player on the team this year, or there wouldn't have been a Cardinal player or a Royal player. Kind of goes to show the struggles of both teams this year. The Royals, big-time struggles. They're pretty much out of the race already at the All-Star break. But, they're showing a lot of promise for the future, a lot of good young players. Whit Merrifield will be their All-Star representing the Royals for the American League tonight in the game. And the Cardinals All-Star is shortstop Paul DeYoung. And again, Major League Baseball had to put Paul on the team too. Otherwise, Cardinals wouldn't have had a representative. But DeYoung very excited, happy about that. And it's interesting because as sketchy as the Cardinals have played so far this year, they're only 2 games out of first place. It's amazing. I mean, they're right in the hunt. So if the Cardinals figure it out, get hot in the second half, they very easily could win the division and make the playoffs. And that happens quite a bit with teams that struggle in the first half. They figure it out in the second half, and they go on and win everything. A Minnesota Twins team comes to mind from a while back. It's been a while, but everybody thought they were just a joke. The division was terrible and the Twins were terrible, and somehow they won the division. Well, they got hot and they went on and won the World Series that year. So it can happen. So the All-Star game tonight, the Major League break will go through Thursday, and then the teams will start playing again on Friday. Cardinals and Royals will both be at home on Friday to open homestands when they come out of the All-Star break. So on this day in sports history, in 1877, got to go back a ways, they played the first ever Wimbledon tennis championship. How about that? 1877, and first official lawn tennis tournament. I grew up watching Wimbledon, and I'm thinking, how can you play tennis on grass, right? But that's a different kind of grass. They maintain those things pretty darn well. It was on this day in 1997, you might remember this, that Mike Tyson was banned for boxing for biting Evander Holyfield's ear during the fight. Remember that? I remember that. Man, that was weird. And also a happy birthday today to O.J. Simpson. How about that? O.J. Simpson. So the quote of the day comes from New York Yankee great. He was their longtime owner and everything. Great quote from George Steinbrenner. He said, "Winning is the most important thing in my life after breathing. Breathing first, winning next." Don't you love it? George Steinbrenner. So be sure to join us at 107.9 The Coyote with the best music, my Renegade Radio Sports updates, right around 35 past the hour, every hour from 6:35 in the morning to 6:35 in the evening. Try to keep you updated on everything and entertain you at the same time. Best shows, of course. You know, Jamie Turner's on vacation this week. I didn't even know that was allowed. So happy vacation to Jamie Turner. He'll be back next week in his midday show. In the meantime, you can catch Casey and the Roundman 3 to 6 in the afternoon. And I'll be interested to hear what super secret mission they were on at Fort Leonard Wood today. That ought to be very interesting. So you have yourself an amazing Wednesday. I believe Jason Stapleton, our resident Kansas City Chiefs super fan, will be joining me here on the Coyote Deck tomorrow, and we'll get caught up on the Chiefs. You know, the Chiefs are only 2 weeks away from opening training camp. That's how close the new NFL season is. Training camp opens for the Chiefs in 2 weeks. It's absolutely amazing. So have yourself a blessed day, and until tomorrow, God bless you.